Hello students, myself Professor Ankur. I welcome all to the GATE sum session on the topic of analog circuits. Diode, we are going for session 5. So previously we have seen the basic concepts of diodes and we have gone through multiple sessions where we have solved sums from the GATE examination. Today we are going to go for the next session. We are going to start session 5 for the topic of diode. So this question is from the GATE 2016 EC paper. Let's go for the question. The diodes D1 and D2 in the figure are ideal and the capacitor are identical. The product RC is very large compared to the time period of the AC voltage. Assuming that the diodes are not breakdown in reverse bias, the output voltage VO in volts at the steady state is. Now, when we observe the behavior of the circuitry, you can see the AC source is connected to the two diodes. The anodes are basically connected directly to the AC source and both the anodes are actually shorted. So if I start the AC source will have two cycles, a positive cycle and a negative cycle. So we have to discuss the operation in both the cycle. So when we talk about the positive cycle, what will happen and what will be happening in the negative cycle. So the resultant impact will be the VO value. So what is actually VO? The VO is basically the voltage drop of both the capacitors. The VO is actually the voltage drop of both the capacitors. If you observe the diagram carefully, the top capacitor and bottom capacitor is contributing to give the value of VO. So let's check what will happen. So during the positive half cycle of the AC input, both the diodes D1 and D2 are forward bias. So because of this, both the capacitors will charge to the equal value. So the value of VC1 and VC2 will be same. But if you observe, the diode D1 current is coming from top and the diode D2 current is coming from bottom. So even if they charge to the same value, the automatic voltage value, when you try to get the value of VO, the addition of the two capacitor voltages will give you 0. It is all because of the opposing polarity. So automatically you will get VO is equal to 0 volt. When we talk about the negative half cycle, both the diodes D1 and D2 will be in the reverse bias state. So if I say that the capacitors are not charging, or even if they are charging to do a reverse current also, again in this situation, the charge value will be equal but opposite. Or if I consider ideal behavior, the capacitor will not charge. In either of the cases, the output VO will remain 0. And that's the reason when we see the combination of the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle, the steady state output voltage VO will remain as 0 only. Let's go for the next question. So this question is from GATE 2016 EC paper. It has come for 1 mark. The question says, the diode D used in the circuitry below is ideal. The voltage drop VAB across the 1 kilo ohm resistor in volts is. So if you observe the diagram carefully, we are having a 3 volt battery followed by a 1 kilo ohm resistor notified as points A and B, where we are going to measure the value of VAB, followed by the diode D and a 5 kilo ohm resistor. And from the right hand side, a current source of 1 ampere, 1 milliampere is basically sourcing a current of 1 milliampere to that point of node where 5 kilo ohm is connected. So let's understand what is going to happen. So I'm assuming that the diode is basically in the on state. So if that is there, then it will work like a short circuit. So the circuit will get modified to a top node of 3 volt, followed by 1 kilo ohm resistor, a 5 kilo ohm resistor, and the center node notified as Vx, where a current will come as 1 milliampere. So the first thing is we will try to find the value of Vx. So when I try to find the value of Vx, we need to apply a KCL at that node. So the incoming current is 1 milliampere. It will be equal to Vx by 500,000 plus Vx minus 3 by 1000. I repeat, the current of 1 milliampere, which is incoming towards a node Vx, will split into two currents. One current going down to 5 kilo ohm resistor and one current moving up towards 1 kilo ohm resistor. So that's the reason 1 milliampere is equal to Vx by 5000 plus Vx minus 3 by 1000. So on solving, we get the value of Vx as 3.3 volt. So now if I go to the original diagram, at that node where the 5 kilo ohm is connected, and if I see the node potential as 3.3 volt, it is bigger than the source voltage 3 volt, which is connected for the anode. Implies that the diode D will be open circuited because it will be in the reverse bias state. If that is there, then no current will flow in 1 kilo ohm resistor, and hence you will find the voltage drop across 1 kilo ohm resistor will be 0, and hence I can say VAB will be 0 volts. So the next question is from the 2008 instrumentation paper. If you observe, we are trying to get all possible sums from 2020 and we are trying to go for a decade back. So now let's check what is there in this question. The question says, in the circuitry shown below, the ideality factor nu of the diode is unity. The voltage drop across it is 0.7 volt. The dynamic resistance of the diode at room temperature is approximately. So we are supposed to find the dynamic resistance. So if you observe carefully, there is a voltage supply of 1.7 volt. The drop across diode is 0.7 and there is a 1 kilo ohm resistor. So if I try to first find the current in that path, the current will be the potential difference of 1.7 minus 0.7 divided by 1K, which will be giving me 1 milliampere. So this is the current flowing in the loop. And now I can find the dynamic resistance as a ratio of thermal voltage divided by the value of the DC current. So the resistance will be VT by IDC. So if I take VT as 25 millivolt, you will get 25 millivolt by 1 milliampere equal to 25 ohm. So the correct answer is option B, 25 ohm.